So in this video, I'm going to show you how to take apart a motor so you can change the bell or maybe even clean out the inside. Suppose you got some metal shavings in there that won't come out when you spin up the props. So let's get right into that. So typically we fly with these little guys, but in this demonstration I'm going to use something a little bit bigger. This is an X-Class motor. Let's go tear it apart. So you've dumped your X-Class in the mud. You got a bunch of metal files, some rust inside of the stator, maybe some stuff stuck to the magnets, and you want to get in there and clean these. These are a little bit different than your standard, like your 2306 motors. This is a 5-inch quad motor, and as you can see, there's a measurable difference between these size motors. This thing is way different. So anyway, these ones you just pull a nut out of the back of them and then the bell comes right off. These X-Class ones are built just a little bit differently. They're kind of a two-piece effort to get them apart. So for these, we're gonna need a pair of snap ring pliers, and these just have a little cutout so you can get into the snap ring. And then we're also gonna want a pair of pliers for part 2. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this C-clip. You're gonna stick your C-clip pliers into it, press down, and open them up. And even with C-clip pliers, these are never easy, so don't feel bad if you don't get it on the first shot. And they fly across the room pretty easily. So set that off to the side. Next, we want to remove this nut. As you can see, it's got a couple of flat sides on it. I'm going to grab those with the pliers and give it a twist counterclockwise as I mark up the powder coating. And you'll also notice on top of this there's a brass bushing that, as long as it doesn't get caught in the C-clip slot, it will come right off with this nut. Go ahead and unscrew this the entire way. And like I said, it's that two-piece system. Got that nut with the two flat sides and the brass bushing. Move those off to the side, and now we can safely take the bell off. And you want to be fairly careful here because this thing has some magnetism to it. And that is how to open an X-Class motor. You'll also notice, and I'm not going to pull these out because these are likely pressed in place, but here's the removable bearing. And this one pops out this way and this one pops out this way, and I don't know that I can get these out without destroying them, and this is a brand new motor. I'd rather not destroy it. But now we can get into the stator and clean that out, and more importantly, we have access to the magnets and we can clean these out. To put this back together, be very careful because this thing, again, has a lot of magnetism to it. It's going to want to bite your fingers, so just have them out of the way. Line this up inside of the bearing, and already it's sticking together. And then just kind of try to hold the two apart because they're really gonna pull. There it goes with a snap. So now we take our metal nut, put this on, and try not to cross thread this. These threads are very fine. What or you'll be buying a whole new bell, or at least a new motor shaft, and that is likely pressed in as well. Yeah, there we go. Check in to make sure we're not cross-threaded. And what we want to do here is give it a snug, and then make sure your motor spins fairly freely. This is a little bit too tight. I'm going to back it off after I get the C-clip on there. And go ahead and press your brass washer on there. And then you're really not supposed to reuse C-clips, but until I have a replacement, this one's going back on there. And these, because they're so large, are nice and easy. The way I just did that was push down one side, hold it, and then kind of wrap down around and push the other side in, and it snaps right in place. The last thing I will do is take my snap ring pliers and use these on the outside, and then I'm pushing not this way, but I'm pushing outwards. So I'm clamping this shut once I get this on there, just like this. And then I want to visually inspect and make sure that the snap ring is in the groove all the way around. If it is not, as soon as you spin up this motor, it is gone. Maybe. And that is inside of that channel. The motor spins fairly freely. What I'm going to do is just back this nut off just a pinch. Right about there. Motor spins freely, and our snap ring is in place. So that is how to tear apart an X-Class motor. This thing is huge. Check out this one. Just check out this wire. I have to double this over, hold it back on the motor, just to fit it in frame. This thing is absolutely huge. This is 14 gauge wire. It's just massive, and this thing weighs like 2 pounds. So that is how to open up an X-Class motor. For those of you that are interested in seeing the inside of this monstrosity, that's that. So I am currently piecing together parts to build a Beast Class, which is basically an X-Class with, I think, like 4 or 5 inch shorter arms. It's more of a freestyle than a racing drone, but it's still large. It still swings 13-inch props. So as soon as I have all the parts to do that, I'm going to get you guys a video out of the build, and it's probably going to be more than one video. My assumption is it's probably going to be like 4 videos, just between the setup and figuring out how that thing goes together. I've built plenty of 5-inch quads. I've built plenty of 3-inch and 2-inch, and even some of the acro whoops I've put together. This is a little bit different. This is big time. So it's going to take some time to get the parts. I've got almost everything. I think I'm just waiting on some wiring at this point, and I might change the PDB as well. But again, that's subject for another video. This was just tearing apart motors. So if you found this video helpful, just click that thumbs up button and just punch that subscribe button, because you only get to do it once and it's fun. And I'll catch you later. Peace.